Okay. Folks, I have a message. I have a message for the professing Christians here in Catawba County. For the majority of the professing Christians here in Catawba County, I have a message for you. Shame on you. Shame on you to the majority of the professing Christians here in America for many, many reasons.
Not a Christian.
But the one I'm angriest about today is we can't even spend any time talking to the unsaved people about salvation because we have to spend all of our time undoing all of the damage that most of these modern American churches have done to the professing Christians here in Catawba County and beyond. All day long yesterday, all day long today, all we are dealing with, wasting our time with, are people who are professing Christians saying they have to sin every day. They sin all the time in thought, word, and deed. They are just a sinner, saved by grace. Their flesh makes them sin. It's Adam and Eve's fault. They're born a sinner. That's all we have. That's all we've been dealing with all day. Are professing Christians here in the Bible Belt of America, in small town America, professing Christians, wasting our time with their horrible doctrine, saying that they're a Christian while they're sinning every day and seem proud of it. We actually have people who are professing Christians who are arguing with us, defending the concept that Jesus is okay with them sinning every single day in thought, word, and deed. If I was a Christian who believed that I could sin every single day and thought we didn't get away with it, I wouldn't be bragging about it in public. I wouldn't be arguing with a street preacher about it. Folks, you gotta, born again Christians, come on over. Come on over. We want to talk to you. Are you a non-Christian? Because we want to talk to you. We're not gonna talk to you. Come on over. Come on. You'll get a kick out of talking to a middle-aged weirdo on a box. It'll be fun. But see, we don't have time to talk. We don't have time to talk to the unsaved people about salvation because the modern American church has done so much damage and given you so much bad doctrine that pretty much the vast majority, Jimbo, am I right? Do you think it's the vast majority of professing Christians that have said that to us?
Much worse.
Is that
premarital sex that ends up with you pregnant, or the abortion that comes afterwards?
The abortion is much, much worse. Murdering someone's about as bad as you can get. Do you think there's something that's much, much worse than murdering an innocent baby? There's a lot of moms with strollers. If you saw somebody, if I went and grabbed a knife from the falafel guy and started slitting throats of little babies in strollers, do you think that'd be okay? Would that be okay? Are you guys pro-abortion? Are you okay with abortion?
I don't like to share my views on anything, sorry.
Oh, come on, be an adult. Let's go. Come on. Hey, if you're pro-choice, if you're a baby killer, then be proud of it. If your stance is right, then be proud of it. If you're hiding it, then something tells me you don't think your stance is right, and you don't want anybody to know. No, abortion is about as bad as a sin can get. See, now, are you guys unsaved? Because we're here to talk to the unsaved people.
No,
but unfortunately, we want to talk to you because we're tired of wasting our time with professing Christians who think that they can sin every day in thought, word, and deed and still be okay with God. What is happening in your churches here in Catawba County that the majority of professing Christians that we talk to think it's perfectly fine to sin every day in thought, word, and deed, and that God's okay with that? Let's go. What does the Bible say, for crying out loud? We did a whole Bible study on sinning, and 3 minutes later, a professing Christian girl came by arguing with us, seemingly proud that she sins every day in thought, word, and deed, and yelling at us because we actually believe Jesus when he says you could live holy, you could live obediently to him. Right. You know, even when Jesus commanded Peter to walk to him on the water, he made it possible. Come on over. You look like interesting folks. Come on over. We want to talk to you. We want to talk to you. Anybody who colors their hair pink or blue, come on over. We want to talk to you. We're going to put you at the top of the list of people we want to talk to. So in 1 John chapter 3, it says, and let's start in verse 8. Well, let's start in verse 7, because this is good. This describes a lot of your churches.
I don't believe in abortion.
Are you okay with abortion, or are you against it?
No, I don't believe in abortion.
You don't believe it happens, or are you against it?
I am against it.
Hey, all right, that's good. Come on over. We want to talk to you about more stuff. Also, we want to talk today to unsaved people, to let them know about the Jewish Messiah, who can wash you clean, who can change that heart of stone to a heart of flesh and help you to go and sin no more. That's good news. You see, that's why we get so angry when we have to waste so much time out here today, wasting time with professing Christians who go to churches that constantly are telling them that they can sin every day and still get into God's kingdom. Quit wasting our time defending sin and claiming to be a Christian. The Bible says the Lord knows those who are His. Let all those who name the name of Christ depart from iniquity. The Bible says, for the grace of God that brings salvation has appeared to all men, teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust, we are to live soberly and righteously and godly in this present age, right now. That means if you claim to be a Christian, quit this nonsense of thinking that you can sin every day and it's Adam and Eve's fault, or it's your flesh's fault, or it's being a human's fault, or you can't do anything about it. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense, and you need to knock it off. Give us, get your doctrine straight, Christian, so that we can spend our time talking to unsaved people instead of having to undo the damage that the modern American church has done to you.
Behold, the day cometh that burns as an oven. There's a day coming that's going to burn as an oven. It's called the day of judgment. When Jesus Christ comes back and He rains down fire and brimstone on His enemies. The Bible says that Jesus is coming back in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not God. There's a lot of you people out here, you claim to be Christian, you claim to have it all figured out, but God is going to take vengeance on you because you don't know God. You don't obey God. You don't follow God out here. And therefore on the day of judgment, you're going to get what you deserve. God's going to say, depart from me, you that work iniquity, for I never knew you. There's a lot of workers of iniquity out here. And you know what God says in the Bible about them? He says God hates all workers of iniquity. All the people who work in sin and work in iniquity, God hates you. And that's what we're all here to tell you tonight. We had a guy walk by, and this is the reason why this place is in the shape that it's in. This is why we have young people walking around, cussing and mocking and throwing things at the preachers, and they laugh at God. The reason why we have this nation like this, why Hickory is like this, is because we have people that walk by and say, you're preaching too much here. You need to preach the goodness of God. Stop mentioning this place called hell. Stop preaching about hell. And that's why this place is in the shape that it's in. It's because you've had so many preachers tell you that God loves you just the way you are. You've had so many preachers, so-called Christians, across your TVs and your radios and in your churches tell you that God loves you and God accepts you and God's going to let you into heaven. But that's not what the Bible teaches. The Bible says you have to live holy. The Bible says you have to live set apart from the world. Because the Bible says to be a friend of this world is to be an enemy of God. There's a lot of enemies of God out here. Why? Because you go to church every Sunday and you think you're going to get into heaven, but yet you look like the world, you talk like the world, you dress like the world, and you're going to be in hell with the world if you don't repent, if you don't cry out to God.
Yelling
The Bible says, except you repent, you will all likewise perish. You need to remember that word all.
discretion to keep
Every single last one of you out here will die and go to hell if you choose to mock God. The Bible says, for there is no respect of persons with God. There is no respect of persons with God. God does not respect your big
We'll take your question. Come on over. We'll take your question.
Your money or your house
I'm a Christian. I believe in God too.
Okay.
My whole thing is God's message is peace and love. I'm just curious why you guys are. I have nothing against it, freedom of speech. I'm just like, what's with the? Why do you feel like you have to shout at the corner there? Like,
Well, because that's here. Hold just a second.
I'm just one.
Well, because that you can put it on here. That's what Jesus says. Go in all nations.
The Bible says, "Be ye holy,
Jesus
for I am
said to
holy,"
his
says the
disciples,
Lord.
whisper
This is what God says, people. He said, "You either live holy or you go to hell." You know why? Because He sent His Son to die on the cross, so you don't have to live in sin. But you have chosen to live in sin. And so once again, He's giving you another chance. He's already sent His Son to
Yeah,
die
so
for you.
but
So He
yeah,
sent
so
Jesus Christ
you know
to die
we're
for you.
and